So this is the bedroom where we sleep.
Adeola has worked hard to put a roof over her and her daughter's head, only for it to come crashing down around them.
In a matter of minutes, from dripping on the edges, the whole thing came down.
She was standing directly underneath what was initially a small leak, trying to catch the water, inches from where her 4-year-old usually sleeps. This is what fell on you. I mean, that's heavy. I mean, that is... I can barely lift that up.
That fell.
That is heavy.
That landed on me. So luckily, it didn't fall above her cot. That would have killed her.
Instead, Adeola escaped with an injured arm.
I just don't understand.
In the moments afterwards, as she sat in shock, covered in plaster and paint, trying to work out how this had happened, it got worse.
This got full. Next thing I knew, I heard it drop.
All in the bath?
All in the bath, in the sink. It's all in the sink, all over the floor. Again, you can see the concrete's just piled in that corner. I feel like I've been treated like an animal. This isn't fair. I pay my rent, I pay my service charge, I pay my council tax. I don't understand anything about ceilings. You just assume that, you know...
They won't collapse.
That you know, it's safe.
But next door, Basil was not so shocked.
It's been happening for 7 years that I've been in here.
He says he's consistently reported leaks to the landlord, Lambeth Council.
Once it rains outside, it will rain in here.
But 3 weeks ago, on the same day Adeola's ceilings caved in, so too did his, in his kitchen and in his living room.
Before, if they attended to it, it would only be my house is the problem. Now this problem's gone to everybody's house. You know, it just falls on deaf ears and then it gets to the point where you just give up. Even like now, it's like I've given up. I just can't be bothered no more. I just really can't. Oh, God.
Lambeth Council said it regrets the disruption caused by tenants at Holly's house and blamed this on recent heavy rain. The government has set up a new expert panel to improve social housing policy. ITV News contacted the 14 organisations on that panel. 11 told us what is really needed is a new national tenants body dedicated to representing tenants' interests, a proposal the government has so far dismissed. Jenny Osborne represents one of them.
I think Grenfell changed everything for everybody. But until we've got somewhere that tenants across this country know where they can go to, know where they can input to, and that the fact that when they raise issues at a national level, when we're seeing themes that are happening across the country, when they can raise those collectively, then I think we'll start to see some real change.
People can't live in slums.
But without that voice, they're forced to amplify their own. The residents of Charles Dickens' house in Tower Hamlets have been holding regular protests over conditions in their homes inside this 60s tower block. They showed us videos like this and the destruction that has followed. Ali says he's been reporting leaks in his kitchen for 3 years, but while he and his wife were making breakfast for their 2 children, it caved in.
This is not something new. I wrote to them, I wrote to every single local politician, MP. They like to put the service charge up year by year, but we are not getting the service.
The landlord, Tower Hamlets Community Housing, have apologised to Ali and say this latest leak is not linked to those he's previously reported. They've also pledged to improve conditions throughout this block. But tenants so often have little faith in the fixes that follow, and despite government promises to give them a greater voice, those promises remain only that, in a housing system they see as broken. Daniel Hewitt, News at 10.